Just a second ago, where does Tim Elko rank all time in Ole Miss baseball history? And that's not exactly how he asked it, but it was kind of, what due is he being given? What due should he be given? And this seems like a good time to go back and think, because it's easy to forget Tim Elko's journey at Ole Miss. He was a highly touted incoming freshman in 2018. But there was another highly touted incoming freshman in 2018 that played the same position. You remember that? Tim Elko and Tyler Keenan kind of entered the 2018 season battling each other for the starting third base spot. As a true freshman in 2018, Tim Elko played in 29 games with 11 starts, and he hit .216 with one home run. As a true freshman in 2018, Tyler Keenan played in 54 games with 50 starts. He hit 9 home runs and 11 doubles on his way to, freshman All-America honors? Yeah, he was a freshman All-American by Collegiate Baseball and Perfect Game. And then he was a preseason All-American going into the 2020 season. He finished second in the college home run derby in Omaha in 2019. Tyler Keenan left after his junior year, which was the COVID-shortened season of 2020. In 3 years, Tyler Keenan put up really, really good numbers. And it took Tim Elko a while to get going. As a sophomore in 2019, he played in 32 games with 19 starts, and he hit 2 home runs. And as you were watching the development of those two guys, you were thinking, well, they hit on one and they missed on another. Tyler Keenan leaves after 2020. Both Tim Elko and Tyler Keenan were on that team. And 2020 was good for Tim Elko. He was hitting .354 with 3 home runs and 15 RBIs through 14 games when the season came to an end. Elko comes back. Keenan leaves for the draft. He's playing minor league baseball now. But in the last 2 years, Tim Elko has combined for a .315 average in 106 games. There was a torn ACL that was in there. I don't know if you remember that or not. He has 157 hits in the last 2 seasons with 26 doubles and 38 home runs. And for the last 2 years combined has slugged .673 with an on-base percentage of about .430. He's been a beast for the last 2 seasons for Ole Miss. And he just became the single-season home run leader in Ole Miss history with 22 bombs.
And the lore, the story. See, all-time greats, to me, are more than just stats. It has to be more than just stats, because when you have history, a long history, in any sport, any program, whatever, of great players, eras are different and all that, but you're going to get guys with comparable numbers, right? So how do you distinguish between legend and just great player? It's the ACL tear and playing on the ACL tear and hitting home runs on one ACL, limping around the bases like Kirk Gibson. That's the kind of stuff that when Haydad asked about the Mount Rushmore thing, shout out to our first Mount Rushmore of the year, that's why he belongs, because it's not just he played really well and didn't win a starting job and then had a COVID season cut short and then tore his ACL and played on it and hit home runs on it. That separates from other guys in the past. And somebody on the text line said, he has to take them to the College World Series first. Not a program that doesn't go or hasn't gone in its history. That's not required here, to me. And baseball's different. One guy can't carry a team to a College World Series like one player can the NCAA tournament. Or one quarterback can put a team on his shoulders and win games. Baseball's not really that way. So he belongs. He should be immortalized in the stadium somehow forever. He should. I'm not a prisoner of the moment. I mean that. somewhere Tim Elko should be on the outfield wall, in the guts of the stadium, somewhere he should be in there forever.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. Tim has a really well thought out text message. He says, Elko is fantastic, but best of all time covers some ground. He mentions Gibbs, Kessinger, Dillard, DeLucci, not to mention guys like Will Allen and Austin Anderson, who were part of that 2014 team that got Ole Miss to Omaha. He says at the end, if the Rebels get to Omaha in a few days, build Elko the statue. But he needs to get the Rebs there to cement that legacy and that status. And there may be something to that. That would complete the legacy.
It would. Being the team captain on a College World Series team after all that absolutely would. I disagree with the sentiment, but
that's he talking about. That's Dillard that says College World Series and longtime MLB.
Well, it's not Thomas Dillard.
It's not Thomas. That's my point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Thomas Dillard's doing well in minor league baseball, but
but didn't go to the College World Series either.
I was going to ask Tim that. I just hadn't gotten around to typing. I'm just not sure 100% who he was talking about there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's got to be like 77 College World Series team that you're talking about. I mean, Don Kessinger played in the College World Series after they won in Gastonia, North Carolina, and then obviously was a Major League Baseball all-star and longtime player, all of those things. But yes, I mean,
no disrespect intended. I don't think Major League Baseball career, while an awesome thing, should be used when you're talking about this. You know what I mean?
Steve Dillard, who was on the 1972 College World Series team and went on to be a longtime Major League Baseball player. That's John and Hurley who sends us that message. So,
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the pro career should be separated when talking about program grades. To me,
okay,
whatever.
So much of this week is going to be about building up to this weekend and all the different stories that go along with this Ole Miss team and with this Southern Miss team. Tim Elko is clearly one of those guys that you're looking at putting in kind of the all-time